There is a refrigerator sitting in a garage outside Phoenix, Arizona that a man paid $4,000 for. It does not work. The compressor is dead. The door seals are cracked. He could not be happier about his purchase. Because that broken refrigerator is a 1994 Sub-Zero, and once he finishes rebuilding it, it will outlive every appliance currently sitting in your kitchen. This is not nostalgia. This is a quiet rebellion happening in garages and Facebook Marketplace listings across the country. And once you understand what is happening inside the machines you bought last year, you are going to want to know exactly which 1990s appliances are worth hunting down before everyone else figures it out. Number 1, the motherboard tax immunity. Lift the lid on any new washing machine and you will see a flat green circuit board behind a plastic panel. That logic board is the single biggest reason your $1,200 washer will be in a landfill before your kid graduates high school. A power surge during a summer thunderstorm can fry that board instantly. Steam migrating from the wash drum into the control panel can corrode the contacts and brick the entire machine. When that board dies, you pay $400 plus labor to replace it, or you buy a new washer. The repair often costs more than the machine is worth on the secondary market, which is exactly how the manufacturer designed it. Compare this to the washer your mother bought in 1994. That machine ran on an electromechanical timer. Brass gears, plastic cams, copper contacts rotating through the wash cycle the same way a wind-up clock tells time. There is no software, nothing to hack, and nothing to crash. When the timer eventually wears out after 30 years of weekly use, you can buy a replacement for $20 and swap it with a Phillips head screwdriver in 15 minutes. That clunky ticking dial on your old washer is the last truly user-serviceable piece of laundry technology ever mass-produced for American homes. Number 2, the pre-ban water loophole. In 1994, your dishwasher used between 10 and 14 gallons of water per load. The cycle took 40 minutes. Your dishes came out spotless and completely dry because a massive exposed heating element blasted the interior with enough heat to evaporate every drop of moisture. That dishwasher would be illegal to sell new today. The Department of Energy now caps dishwashers at under 4 gallons per load. Modern cycles run 3 to 4 hours and frequently leave plastic Tupperware sitting in a small pool of filth at the end of the cycle. If you have ever pulled a load out of a modern dishwasher and found everything still wet, you have experienced this regulation firsthand. Search Facebook Marketplace right now for KitchenAid dishwasher from the 1990s, and you will find working units selling for $300 to $500. That is more than some new entry-level dishwashers cost. The buyers are exhausted parents who got tired of running their fancy new dishwasher overnight and still having to towel dry every glass in the morning. A 1996 KitchenAid will clean caked-on lasagna pans in 45 minutes and have them ready to put back in the cabinet. It uses more water. It also actually works. If you are finding this helpful, hit subscribe. We expose the engineering decay of modern manufacturing every week. Number 3, the Maytag Dependable Care. Goldmine. If you have ever seen a boring, beige, no-frills Maytag washing machine in a basement and thought it looked dated, you need to understand what you were actually looking at. The Maytag Dependable Care series used a heavy-duty metal transmission built to commercial laundromat specifications. The same transmission you would find in a coin-operated machine running 30 loads a day. They put that transmission inside a residential machine and sold it to American families for $600. Whirlpool's direct drive washers from the same era used a different but equally overbuilt mechanism. These machines do not break. They wear slowly over decades. The most expensive repair is usually a $15 coupler or a $30 drive belt. There is now an active underground market of appliance technicians who buy these machines broken for $50 from estate sales. They take them back to their shops, replace the worn coupler, run a test cycle, and resell the rebuilt machine for $400 to $600. A repairman in suburban Cleveland can rebuild and sell 3 Maytags in a weekend. The buyers are happy to pay it because the alternative is a $1,400 high-efficiency washer with a 5-year warranty that the manufacturer fully expects to fail in year 6. Number 4. The Sub-Zero ship of Theseus' secret. Most modern refrigerators have their cooling lines permanently embedded in cheap foam insulation. When a line develops a leak, which happens more often than manufacturers admit, the entire refrigerator becomes garbage. A technician will quote you $1,200 to attempt the repair with no guarantee it will hold, and most homeowners just buy a new fridge. Now look at a 1990s Sub-Zero. The compressor sat on top of the unit, accessible by removing a simple panel. The cooling lines ran through the cabinet in ways that could be reached and replaced. The stainless steel chassis was built like a bank vault. Every wear component can be serviced indefinitely by a technician who knows what they are doing, which is why wealthy homeowners are now paying thousands of dollars for dead Sub-Zeros in upscale neighborhoods. They drag the broken unit home, hand it to a specialty technician, and pay another $3,000 to $5,000 to rebuild the cooling system from scratch. The result is a refrigerator that will outlive the buyer. Number 5. The right to repair rebellion. Modern appliance manufacturers are increasingly using digital rights management systems, the same technology that controls software licenses, to lock down their machines. If your 2026 smart refrigerator needs a replacement compressor, the motherboard might refuse to recognize the new part unless an authorized factory technician unlocks it with proprietary software. This is not theoretical. John Deere has done this with tractors for years. Apple does it with iPhones. The appliance industry is quietly following the same playbook. When you buy a modern smart appliance, you do not actually own it. You own the right to use it under the terms set by the manufacturer until the manufacturer decides you should buy a new one. Appliances from the 1990s have none of this. There is no software, no firmware, no licensing layer, and because the patents on these machines expired years ago, dozens of third-party manufacturers produce replacement parts at a fraction of original equipment manufacturer prices. You can buy a complete rebuild kit for a 1990s Whirlpool Direct Drive Washer for under $60. When you own a 1990s appliance, you actually own it. The manufacturer has no leverage. The era of American manufacturing quality did not die because we forgot how to build things. It died because the people building things figured out it was more profitable to build them worse. And somewhere, in a quiet corner of the secondary market, a small army of homeowners and repair technicians are buying back the machines their parents threw away, one Facebook Marketplace listing at a time. If this opened your eyes to what is happening inside the appliances you trust, the next investigation is already on screen. We pulled apart a modern RV to show you exactly where the ROT starts.